School culture and the power of human capital. First, I would say thank you to Casey and Josh, because right now they're like, why are we here right now? Why are we standing on stage? Why did you drag me here? But these two are part of the school culture, and a lot of our colleagues from Rochester Community Schools out in the audience today. To start about school culture, all of us have culture in our schools. It's evident. It's evident with the mascot. It's evident with our fight songs. School spirit could be evident with our newspaper we put out to the families from the principal every day or every week. School culture exists and is passed down from principal to principal, from organization to organization. And as principals in this room, we kind of cultivate that and we carry it forward. But we really look at school culture as how do we enhance it? How are the people in this room today enhancing their school culture to make it better for all students that walk into your building each and every day? There's two American companies I'll use today for this TED Talk in regards to trying to compare cultures. The first company, American company that's very successful, is Costco. For all of us out there, we go to Costco and we go through the process. What I mean by the process is we get our membership card out, we flag it when we walk in the door, and then we search for either the baby diapers that they recently moved, or we go get the large sum of hamburger meat that we then split up when we get home. But there's a process to going through Costco. We know that we're going to process through there. We might get the $1 hot dog on the way out, but we will make it through there. It's a process. I look at Costco at some high schools and middle schools today. The process of students getting out of the car or off the bus and coming through our organizations and processing through their hours 1 through 6. I view that as that's the process. There's some students that do that. That's upsetting sometimes to know that some students will go through that as a process. Now, another American company that I'll use is Disney for our talk today. Disney doesn't use a process. What Disney uses an experience. An experience for those people that come off the boat or the ferry to the monorail and welcome you to the front parks of Disneyland. There's an experience waiting for you each and every day. There's an experience by the people that run the corporation. There's an experience to the people they hire that are in the front lines of the corporation. And there's an experience that's had with the people that are running behind the scenes. When you walk onto Main Street, instantly your children are filled with excitement. You're filled with excitement. As a 41-year-old male, I get filled with excitement every time I walk into Disney World. But why is that? Why is that? Because the environment, the culture that they have there every day is enhanced. From the music that's playing, from the random Main Street parade that comes down, you are instantly engulfed in culture. Now, we look at our schools like that. If a student comes off the bus or gets out of their car and they have that experience, how more likely are they going to want to come to school in your building each and every day? And so every year we sit down as a team, we think about how are we going to enhance the experience for our children? And we always go back to that Costco and Disney kind of weighing scale. Is it an experience or is it a process? So when we talk about some events today, we always think about, is it a process or are we enhancing the experience? I'm going to pass it over to Casey now and talk about what we've done to enhance the environment at Rochester High School.
What if graduation wasn't just a name or a speech? What if it's your theater director adding extra lighting? What if it's your choir director bringing in 8th graders to be a part of a masterpiece with the high school choir? What if it's your design and tech teacher that has an idea, said, hey, let's take the Falcon that's on a statue in the school and let's bring it to graduation. I don't know how we're going to do that. I will build the roller, I will build the frame and put it there.
Could a prom, the culminating event for many seniors, the thing that they remember the most when they graduate high school, could that rival their wedding? Sure. Empower a staff member, your senior class advisor, a group of staff members that he or she works with, and to go in and create something that in the forefront kind of mirrors their wedding, or rivals their wedding, what that's going to look like down the road with the tall flowers and everything else. But in the back end, you work with people like DJ Jeff and create like a Vegas atmosphere at the nighttime for a nightclub theme, or for smoke machines, confetti cannons, things like that.
How do you celebrate success? Is it a pop-up at a staff meeting? Find that opportunity during that school year to really take a celebration and turn it into an experience. Not just a staff meeting pop-up, share something that went really well, recognize someone, but an experience that really celebrates your staff. So this right here is Lawson going in, and that's celebrated A former staff member taught 58 years at Rochester High School.
What if you had an opportunity every time we did an honors convocation to highlight every senior's awards, all the things that they've done well over the last 4 years? What if you worked with your technology department to develop a barcode system that Casey and I scan every time a senior comes up on stage and automatically populates not only their picture, a quote that they can leave to the rest of their classmates, but also a list of everything that they've done over 4 years. And then at the end, after they've walked across the stage, you have a front office secretary who just happens to like photography. Take their picture with their highlights and sends that out to their parents at the end of the event.
What if a school event wasn't just the actual event itself? What if it was a Falcon Frenzy, where the PTA brought a stage, a rock wall, they got hot dogs and water for the kids stayed after school. And then the event happens, the football game, whatever it may be. Well, why in there? Have a student band playing on the stage as people are exiting. You know what, for good measure, throw in some fireworks. Fireworks are always good.
What if you empower, as we've heard before already today, empower your student council to take control of a pep assembly? And what if you had them and take a moment to drag all the staff members out of the crowd to hold on to a huge flag, the bottom on the court, and just sing the alma mater together? Think about the moment that creates for your high school.
What if 8th grade parent night wasn't just the parent going through the process, seeing what their kid's schedule is, the classrooms, the teachers? What if it's the parents seeing and being a part of the school's culture? We go to Bordine's nursery. You get some flowers and a couple bales of hay. We have Freddie the Falcon there. Add some uplighting. Have the band there. Again, empowering those people within our organization to really show the school culture for what it is.
When you celebrate staff, could your foods teacher help prepare the food and kind of help maybe make that process a little bit easier? Kind of make it family style so we could all sit together and enjoy the moment together. We can maybe ask our security teams to take a little bit longer control over lunch so that we can have everybody in there at one time. Could you ask your football team to write down a staff member that could be anywhere throughout the district that motivated them and encouraged them, and then give their away jersey to them for one game and invite them and their family onto the field at halftime to just celebrate those staff members that do so much for us?
What if Veterans Day wasn't a 5-minute speech and a moment of silence, but a true honoring and celebration, not just with our school, but with our community? What if all 1,700 students had an active role in an event? So we have 1,700 kids with a flag going out together, celebrating and honoring those who serve.
What if you gave control of your senior walk, their last moment in the building? What if you gave control of that event to the parents and let them develop a breakfast that they can put on through fundraised goods and kind of a potluck format? Have a couple staff members say a few words of encouragement one last time, but then have an opportunity for them to walk around the building one last time and see all the staff members that have made a difference and celebrate your staff at the same time. But your parents are driving that instead of other staff members taking on one more thing at the end of the year, and we all know it can get quite hectic.
What if you empower students to come up with ideas to create a better, stronger school culture? So here we have peer mentors and actively parent students that give them an idea to have a friendship basketball game. And that has brought more students and connected more students and enhanced our culture with that.
What if you take your maker space that you just developed and you ask them, hey, you have a green space, how would you want to welcome our new staff at the beginning of the year? And you look at things like Twitter and you see that our college football teams are always putting out new recruiting profiles. We just signed this kid from Rochester High School. What if you did that for a new staff member and then sent that out to all the community members and all your families and your students to give them kind of a warm welcome to not only your school, your culture, but your community?
Why does a staff meeting have to be at 3 o'clock? Why can't it be at 8 o'clock? Give me 8:30. Why does it have to be a sit and get? Why can't you have people put ideas out, share, collaborate? Why does the staff meeting have to be within your building? Why can't it be district? Why can't it be state? Why can't it include anybody who wants to participate in it?
It doesn't conflict with the MASSP Twitter chat. What if you collaborate with the local university or college, or even just maybe an adult ed program, and have them come tutor kids a couple days ahead of their final exams? So we partner up with Open University, have them come down in association with our NHS and our link group, and just offer tutoring to our kids that maybe need it right before they're going to take their final exams, and to entice them, get some pizza and hot chocolate.
Opening day. What if opening day were an experience, a process? What if you decided to kind of amp it up where colleagues now, we're not going through an emergency binder or a new law, but really having some fun, whether it's a family feud, whether it involves confetti cannons, fireworks, or whether it involves packing everybody into one gym, building the video screens on the side and the banner in the back, and having students and mascots there to talk to staff.
What if in the day that we are focusing on so much social emotional learning, what if you empower your counselors and your school psychologists to create PD? Why do you have to create PD? So they develop something, and then when they come to you and they say, can we do it in the park? Just so we can kind of feel a little more relaxed and comfortable? Say, sure. You use that as an opportunity for one of your PD sessions.
Why does SAT just have to be a test? Why is Khan Academy the only thing that's available out there? Find those staff members to empower them that focus on math or writing, that have those relationships with kids, and empower kids to help each other as well.
What do you do when you're kind of working up to homecoming? What do you do during that week? Do you give an opportunity for all your clubs to celebrate themselves throughout the school for us all to see for a month? We do a hallway door decoration competition. Just allows our different clubs to not only put their voice out there, but also try to get some new kids to join in with them.
Why only a pep assembly in the gym? Why only 2 of them? Why not one for every football game? In the mornings, before school. Leverage that power and that capability that our kids want to do, our teachers want to do, to have every Friday morning pep assembly before every football game.
Thank you, Casey and Josh. We're talking about things that we do in our building, but really things that you guys do too in your building. This is stuff that's not done by the 3 of us. We ask individuals in our building to help us with it. And that's the power of the human capital. As we look, we're asking individuals to come with us to make the experience better for kids. I want to share this one moment with you. So when we talk about an experience in children, I've had that change in my life for my own kids, and what kind of experience they take on. I'll just tell you a quick story before we go here. And this is what kind of changed what we do at Rochester. Is that one day we were at the spring break with a colleague of mine who's a principal in our school, and we were going to go to the beach. And let's go to Daytona Beach. Let's take the kids to the beach. We get to the beach. Our kids are with us. We go across the A1A Avenue there, and we can go right towards the boardwalk, or we can go left, and there's a huge college cheerleading competition. For those who know me, right is not me, left is where I'm going to go. I'm going to the college cheerleading competition because the culture, the environment is there. I want to experience that. I returned and went left, and we were walking there. They crowned the college championship cheerleaders at the time, and the cheerleaders all ran into the ocean, and it was an experience. And there was a song that played at that time. There was a song that played that our kids were dancing with this one song. And the song was called Try Everything. And it's kind of been like the motto to what we do is try everything. You can't fail. And if you fall down, you pick yourself back up, and obviously you move on. But to at least try to enhance your environments and not think of the barriers that are always in place. And I want to show you, though, the power, of just one little experience that changes the game for our students at Rochester High School. But this is my own personal story to you, is that my kids had this change in this moment. And then 4 months down the road, we were at home, and I said, I'm going to see what happens here. I'm going to see if that narrative really stuck. And so we were home, and I played the song for them. And instantly that moment came back. Instantly that moment, because the song, they connected with the spot they were in, that they were able to connect with what that environment was. And so that's where I'm trying to connect here today, is that if we just do the norm, if we just do the normal stuff and turn the lights on and collect the tickets, how memorable is that going to be for our kids? That's why I think we have to go above and beyond and tap into the human capital of our staff, because then that's going to be memorable for them. The kids are going to remember. So I want to show you this clip. This is my own personal clip of my kids and how that memorable connection happens.
A kids show? Juliana, what are you watching? Angela, what are you watching? How it's like this?
So what I'm getting at here is that my kids definitely connected with this. And this song right here, if you ever listen to it, if you play it, it talks about getting up, back to failing, getting back up and trying again. So if we can leave you with one thing today to our colleagues, is that try everything. You're never going to fail, and tap into your students, your parents, and your school community to enhance everything, each and everything you do. So thank you very much for having